So let's start the discussion. So today we'll be discussing tension members. So we're in for after this discussion, so we were able to determine how to calculate the capacity of a member to resist a tension. Okay, so what is tension member? So actually, so we'll be using here the NSCP 2015 section 504. So under 504 of section of NSCP, it all discuss about the tension members, how to calculate its capacity. Okay, so from your statics, no, you were able to identify the actual forces on each members. Well, in fact, so it may experience tension or compression. So for example, meron tayo ditong frame, no? So we have column. So column experiences bending and axial, and beam experiences bending, no? Bending, moment, shear, and axial. However, if we have cross bracing, now that bracing purely experiences tension only. Tension. Eh. Pwede siyang tension, pwede siyang compression. But for now, we will be only focusing on the capacity of a member to resist tension force. So we have two failure of tension members. Yung tension member mismo, no? So possible mag-fail siya into yielding or rupture. Well, in fact, apat talaga yung failure mode eh. Yung isa, yielding, rupture, block shear, na nasisira siya dahil sa mga butas-butas. And then isa pa, yung masisira mismo doon sa sa connection. But for now, we'll be only focusing on the yielding failure and its rupture failure. So what do we mean by yielding failure? So as let's say we are going to analyze this portion, ito. Kasi this one experiences tension as we try to draw its free body diagram. So ganito yung mangyayari. So merong tension force na na-experience. Let's say we have here channel 15 by 50. Okay, so this is a tension member. According to the NSCP code, to design tension member, so we have the design strength and the allowable strength. So, laging may dalawang tayong sinusolve dito. Kasi we have two different design methodologies. So, one is the least resistance factor design or the LRFD. So, the other one is the allowable strength design. So, magkaiba silang design methodologies. So, the other one, LRFD, uses factors. So, LRFD uses using factored loads para siyang sa RCD na gumagamit ng 1.2 dead load, 1.6 live load. Kasi meron tayong mga load combination. So, yan, kino-combine natin siya ng ganon. Then, meron din tayong AST, Allowable Strength Design. Okay. The ASD, or the Allowable Strength Design. So, kung ma-observe nyo class, yung LRFD, or the tensile design, or the strength design method. Okay. So, may PN tayo solve dyan. For the allowable strength, may PN din tayo solve. PN refers to the nominal axial capacity of the tension member. That is the PN. So, according to 504.2, this is the exact excerpt no, from the NSCP. Okay, so for the tensile strength, PN shall be calculated. So we have two limit state or dalawang ways siya kung paano masira. So number one is the tensile yielding. Number two is the tensile rupture. So for number one, to calculate the nominal axial capacity, okay, the nominal strength must be Fy times the area of the gross. Then para siya maging LRFD tensile strength, you just multiply it by 0.9. the PN must be multiplied by 0.9. And then, for ASD, doon lang mahahati yung dalawang method. So for ASD, you have to multiply 1.67 yung PN. For tensile rupture, ang formula naman natin is FUAE. Hindi siya area of gross. So 0.75, you multiply the PN by 0.75. That is a rupture strength, a LRFT. And then for ASD, you have to divide the PN by 2.0. So what is AG? Area ng gross. So let's say, to get the area of gross, you have to cut the section. Let's say this is your force. You have to cut the section perpendicular to the force. And this is how it looks. No, this is a C channel. Okay, 150 by 50. So letter C siya. This is the area of gross as you cut it here. So how about area of effective net area? We need the effective net area for us to calculate the tensile rupture strength. Okay, so the effective net area ay kapag hinatak mo to guys, masisira siya doon sa may mga butas. Okay, so that is a rupture. So nasira siya doon sa butas. So as you cut this section, cross-section perpendicular to the applied force, dapat yung cross-section. So, as you cut here, so meron siyang butas. Yung gross area, nabawasan ng butas ng hole. May butas yan eh. Kasi how are you going to connect this tension force to this C channel to the gusset plate? So, kailangan mo i-connect yan dyan. So, by using bolts, using welding, for now, we're just focusing on the bolts. No? Dahil sa bolts na yan, class, nabawasan yung gross area. So, ang tawag natin dito, class, is actually, so kung may gross area tayo, may net area tayo. Yung net area, class, no? Yung bawas na ng area ng hole. Eh, sir, bakit effective net area? Are they different? Yes. Net area and effective net area are different. Take note of that, ha? Net area, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, class, may gross area ka, subtract it by the area of the hole. Effective net area. So, meron tayong iba pang formula dyan. Let's just focus on the net area muna. So, area ng gross, bawasan lang ng area ng hole. Wala naman tayong problema sa area ng gross. Pwede siyang given or you may look it on the AISC database or manual. Okay? So, how do we get the area of net area? So, as per code, the net area is the sum of the product of the thickness and the net width of each element computed as follows. In computing the net area for tension and shear, the width of the bolt shall be taken 2 mm greater than the nominal hole dimension. Okay. So, pag kukuha daw tayo ng net area, class, instead of using diameter of the bolts, okay, you should get first the diameter of the nominal hole diameter. Okay, and then you add 2 mm. You add 2 mm. So, dito lang tayo, class, mag-focus kasi malito na kayo pag gumamit pa ako ng short slat, long slat, tsaka oversize. We have different type of holes kasi. No? So, standard hole, okay, let's say we are going to use 16 mm bolt diameter. So, these are the diameter of the bolts. Okay? Kasi, class, hindi porket gumamit ka, let's say meron tayong plate dito. Hindi porket gumamit ka ng, how do we calculate this hole diameter? Okay. So, DH, we are going to represent diameter of hole as DH, D sub H. Let's say ito yung bolt mo. Dapat mas malaki yung hole dyan. Okay. Mas malaki yung hole. Ito yung bolt natin. Let's say DB is the diameter of the bolt. Okay. How large is the diameter of the hole if we were given by the diameter of the bolt? So, you have to check this table 510.3.3 of the NSCP. Okay. So, let's say 16 mm bolt ang ginamit. Ito na agad yung standard nominal hole. Dito lang tayo mag-focus class sa standard hole. So lahat ng mga problem na lang muna natin is standard hole. Okay? Standard hole niya plus 2. Hanggang ano yan class? Hanggang diameter ng bolt na 22. So magpa-plus 2 ka. Pero pagdating sa 24 mm, plus 3 na siya. Hanggang mataas na diameter. Lagi kang mag-plus 3 doon sa diameter of the bolt. Okay, plus 3. That is the nominal hole. Nominal pa lang yan, class. So let's say ito yung nominal hole natin. Mas malaki siya sa bolt diameter. So ngayon, yung nominal hole na yan, sabi dito, ayan o. So, in computing the net area, kasi ibabawas natin yung diameter ng hole doon sa area ng gross. Okay, para ma-compute yung net area. So, in computing the net area, so, width of the bolt hole, yung butas due to the bolt, should be taken 2 mm greater than the nominal hole. Kung meron ka ng nominal hole dito, mag-plus 2 ka pa. Okay? So, take note of that. I-present na lang natin na D sub N, no, yung nominal hole diameter. Ito yun. Mag-plus 2 ka ba dyan, class? So, overall, let's say you are going to use 16 mm diameter. Yung diameter ng hole natin, diba, gagamit ka ng 16 mm diameter of bolt. Yung diameter ng hole natin will be 18 plus 2. So, that is 20. If you are going to use diameter of the bolt na 27, diameter ng bolt, 27, bolt diameter. So, mag-plus 2 ka pa, ay magiging 30 yan, plus 3 pala. Then, plus 2. So, naging plus 5 lahat. Okay, plus 5 lahat yun. Okay, so the diameter of the hole, it's either plus 2 or plus 3, plus 2. Okay, due to this provision na to. Okay? So, bakit ba may ganyan provision? Kasi class, pag may diameter ng bolt ka, hindi naman pwedeng saktong-sakto yung butas. So, may allowance siya para at least mag-fit siya doon. Okay? Hindi naman siya gagalaw ng gagalaw kasi yung cap naman ng ating bolt is well fastened. So, naka-intact pa rin yung dalawang members. So now, to calculate the area of net, that is area ng gross minus area of the hole. That is area of net. Net pa lang yan ha. Hindi pa yan class effective net area. Net pa lang yan. Kasi ang kailangan natin dito class sa rupture, which is yung failure class ay dito. Okay. So, yung failure ay dito. No? Pag-rupture. So, you have to use effective net area. Pero, ang focus muna natin, net area. Let's try to solve this problem. Number 1. The 12 mm by 280 mm plate shown in the figure is connected at ends with 3 lines of 20 mm bolts. 24 mm bolts. Bolts yan ha, diameter ng bolts. So, using standard holes, so binanggit lang naman na itong holes ang gagamitin natin, standard holes. Pero pag hindi sinabi kung anong type ng hole ang gagamitin ha, always assume standard hole muna tayo. Kasi ang dami ditong type ng holes eh. Standard holes lang tayo. Okay. So, ano daw yung critical net area? Pag sinabing critical class, saan ba mag-fail? Okay, yung structure natin. So anyway, before we proceed here, so we have staggered connection. So, staggered connection class. Okay, for example, hindi sila pantay. Okay, so instead of having a failure na straight lang, pagka-rupture, kasi supposedly rupture is, ang rupture kasi class, dadaanan niya yung kung saan siya pinakamabilis mag-fail. Halimbawa, dito ba siya mag-fail? Possible. Or mag-straight lang ba to dito? Okay. So, anyway, this one. Hindi mangyayari to, guys. Ito, failure na to. Never mangyayari to. Ulitin natin. Kasi pag hinatak mo yan dito, class, ito, halimbawa, nakakonect siya dito sa, may gasket plate dito, guys. Gasket. Yan. Okay. Tapos hinatak mo siya. So, ang possible failure na class ito. Okay. So, hindi siya dito dumaan. Kasi, imagine mo na may butas. Kapag gusto mo siyang punitin, mas malalapit yung failure doon sa susunod na free area. Kasi bilog butas na to eh. So, mas pupunta siya dito. Eh, bakit dito, sir? Magkapantay lang naman to if ever. Ba't hindi siya pumunta dito? Okay? Tandaan mo, class, na nakakonect to doon sa gasket plate sa baba. May gasket plate dyan. Hindi pwedeng, pagka tinanggal mo to, guys, ito kasi ang gagawin mo dyan, i-separate mo yung member na to. Hindi pwedeng tanggalin mo to. Okay, dito siya mag-fail. Na natira yung bolt dito. I hope nakuha niyo yung concept, no? Hindi pwedeng sirain mo to na may natira pang bolt dito. Ano nangyari sa bolt? Hindi mangyari yun kasi nakakonect pa yung bolt tapos sineparate mo. So, ang chance lang niyan, eto ganito yung failure niya. So take note, class, pag ihiwalay niyo lagi yung tension member, dapat walang matitira na bolt. Halimbawa, ito. Okay. Tingnan mo yung cut ko dito. Dito siya magfe-fail. Never siyang magfe-fail dito. Halimbawa, hinatak ko siya. Hinatak natin yan. Ito, tension members. So, never siyang magfe-fail dito, guys. Okay? Hindi yan mag-rupture dyan. Kasi imagine mo, nasira to, tapos hindi maihiwalay ito kasi may bolt pa na nakakonect dito. Nag-gets nyo ba, class? No, yung failure natin. Kung paano may hinihiwalay yung tension member doon sa sa isang members. So, may question ba doon? Kasi kapag naisip nyo agad yung class, um, instead of trying a lot of ways how it will rupture, so, mababawasan na yung solving time mo doon. Hindi mo na siya kailangan. Staggered connection. So, paano natin? Kasi class, kapag ganito lang yung failure, madali lang i-minus yung area ng hole. Bawa, ganyan. Diyan lang. One side lang. So, ganito yung, tapos nag-cut ka dyan. How do we get the area net? So, area net is equal to area ng gross minus area ng hole. How do we get the area of hole? Butas na to, yung diameter ng hole na to. Tapos yung thickness na to. Diba? Dalawa yung dinaanan na butas. Dalawang hole, 2 times diameter ng hole times the thickness. Kung ano man to, thickness ng web to. Thickness, nasa web siya eh. Diba? So, ganyan lang siya. Kuluhan na yung area ng net. What if staggered yung connection? Kasi pag staggered yung connection, class, ito yung hole. Ganyan. Okay? So, hindi siya area ng gross minus area ng net kasi meron ditong isang side pa eh. Parang tumaas yung area ng gross mo. Dumaan siya sa side eh. Kung iisipin nyo, no? So, tawag natin dyan, class, is staggered connection. So, to simplify yung pag-solve ng area ng net, so meron tayong tinatawag na, okay, so ano pala yung purpose ng pag-staggered connection? The staggered connection, space limitations. Minsan kasi yung space limitations, kapag dito mo siya nilagay, yan. So, masyadong magkadikit yung dalawang bolt. So, mabilis siya masira. Pero pag naka-staggered, class, malayo yung bolt, mas matagal siyang mag-rupture. So, that's the purpose of staggered connection. Dahil sa limitation of the space. Kasi, maliit lang yung ating plate. Maliit lang siya. So, magsisiksikan yung bolt. So, you make it staggered. So, next, reduction of the cross-sectional area is minimized if the fasteners are arranged in staggered pattern. As I mentioned earlier. So, mas lalaki yung net area natin. kasi nagkaroon dito ng parang lumaki yung gross kung dito siya nag-fail in terms of gross without the bulge. No? So, fracture along the inclines such A, B, C, D. This one. The relationship of stress is equal to force over area. Since ang assumption natin, class, is it will only fail in tension. Kaso dito, class, yung force na to is not only in tension. Okay? So, kung papansinin nyo, class, may dalawa siyang component. So, it is, let's say, we are going to get the component perpendicular dito sa failure na to. So, this is tension. And meron shear. That is a combination of shear and tension. Okay? Pero kasi ang provision lang, tension members. So how do we convert this into tension members? So merong pinopose si Cochrane noong 1922 that when deducting the area corresponds to the staggered order is the reduction the diameter d prime. So parang binabawasan natin yung diameter. Okay. Instead of increasing the area of gross, bawasan mo na lang yung diameter ng hole. Ganito, class, ng S squared over 4G. So, diameter ng hole, binawasan natin ng S squared over 4G. So, magiging D prime siya. Ano yung S squared? So, S is the distance between, wow, pag ganyan, ito yung kukumpitin mo kasi dito, no? Okay, ito yung S. Ano yung G? Ito yung G. So, lagi ba, sir, patayo yung G? Lagi bang pahiga yung S? Depende. Kung nasaan yung tension force. Halimbawa, pag ganito naman yan. Pag ganito ang tension force. Okay, so, anong measurement to? Ano tong measurement na to? Okay. Nasaan dyan yung S? Okay. S, tatandaan nyo, is parallel to the force applied. Yes. Okay, S is parallel to the force applied. Okay, G, yan. Pahiga naman siya. So, tatandaan nyo yun, ha? So, S and G. So, mabawasan mo yung diameter ng hole. Ito na yung ano, ha? May plus-plus na, ha? S squared over 4G. Okay, so ang tawag natin dito sa S na to, class, is the staggered pitch. G is the gauge or transverse spacing. Now, from the formula earlier, the area of net is area ng gross minus area of the hole. So, bawas lang natin yung area ng hole. Kung ilan yung madadaanan na hole. Okay, since dalawa, let's say dito, dalawa yung daanan na hole, you just get the summation. Okay, kasi, di ba, we get the, again, balikan natin yung plate kanina. Okay, may dalawang hole. Di ba, ang ginawa mo lang, area ng gross minus, dalawang hole yan. 2, area ng hole. Area ng gross pala. So, area ng net is equal to area ng gross minus dalawang area ng hole. Kung ano lang siya, ha, kung pantay lang yung hole. Pantay lang yung hole. So, dalawang hole, diameter ng hole times thickness. This is the area of the hole, ha. Diameter ng hole times its thickness. So, apply natin yun dito. Okay. So, ang diameter na natin ng hole is yung naka-D prime as per Crane's formula. Yung naka-D prime or yung reduced area of the hole. Reduced diameter ng hole due to the staggered connection. So, multiply mo by the thickness, but you get the summation kasi titingnan mo kung ilan yung tinamaan na hole. Halimbawa, sa case na to, dalawang hole ang tinamaan. Okay, so you just do the summation. Now, if you're going to distribute the T here, if you're going to distribute the T, distribute natin, guys. Okay, tinan mo, parang minusan mo lang ng whole, then, ano nangyari sa S squared over 4G? Naging plus siya. No? Naging plus siya. So, instead of using ganito, na formula, so, ilabas na lang natin yung area ng hole, okay, the diameter ng hole times thickness, that is the area ng hole. And then, i-plus na lang natin yung S squared over 4G. Kung ilan beses siya nag-inclined. Okay, kung isang inclined lang, edi isang S squared over 4G lang siya. Okay. So, dadagdagan lang natin. Kung may naka-incline tayo, mag-a-add lang tayo. Supposedly, ito lang yung area ng net natin. Pero, dahil may naka-staggered connection, we add S squared over 4G. Addition siya, guys. Okay, so let's try to solve this problem. The 12 by 280 millimeter plate shown in the figure is connected at its ends with 3 lines of 20 and tatlo. 24 millimeter boards, standard doors. Determine the critical net area. Pag sinabing critical net area, yung unang magfe-fail. So how can we determine that? Yung pinaka maliit na net area na makuha natin sa mga possible failures. Ano ba yung possible failure neto? Okay, so kunin muna natin yung area ng gross. Itong plate, pag sinabing plate, okay, so hindi siya angle bar pa L, hindi siya channel, okay, hindi siya I or W section na tawag natin dito. Hindi siya wide flange. Wide flange yung W section. Hindi siya hollow steel section. So we have different bars, type of bars. So, yan. Hanapin natin yung critical net area, yung pinaka-unang mag-fail dito, or the least. But before that, let's identify first the diameter of the hole. Given the diameter of the bolt of 24 millimeters. Okay? So, bolt yan na. So, as per this section of the code, 510, we are using 24 mm. So, the diameter, the nominal hole diameter, D sub N is 27. Okay? And then we still add plus 2 pa doon. Okay? May plus 2 pa, no? Para maging diameter of the hole. Okay? So, that is 29 mm. Yun yung gagamitin natin sa pag-compute ng net area. Okay. Ang gross area, class, you have to cut it doon sa walang butas, perpendicular to the force. Okay. So, as you can see, this is your gross area with the 12 millimeters. Nanggaling itong 12 millimeter na thickness. Doon po. Pag nagbabasa kasi tayo dito, class. Okay. So, 12 mm by, ito kasi, 280 mm plate. So, given yung thickness niya and the total width of the plate. Okay. So, this is 280. So, this is 280. So, to get the area of the gross, 280 minus, times 12. So, 280 times 12. That is 336 millimeters square. So, that is the area of the gross. Pero ang goal natin, class, no? Area ng net. So, net area. So, dapat mag-fail siya dun sa mga bolts. So, how will it fail? Okay, question. Itong ano na to, line na to. Possible ba to mangyari? Possible ba tong failure na to, guys? Oh, fail siya dito. Sinatak natin itong portion na to. Atakin mo to eh. Pinag-fail mo dun. Possible ba yung mangyari, guys? No! Very good. Bakit? Bakit di siya possible mangyari? May bolt na natira. So, dapat, kapag hinatak mo siya, walang bolt na matira dun. No? Bawal siya, no? Pero, let's say, isolve natin, no? Solve lang natin. Diba, wala tong bolt na to. Solve lang natin yung magiging net area niya. Okay, kasi yun yung walang staggered connection. Walang staggered. So, 3360 3360 area ng gross to. Kasi area net kasi area ng gross minus area ng hole. Area ng gross minus area ng hole. Kung dito siya dadaan, guys, dalawang hole ang tatamaan. Okay, how do we get the area of the hole? So, the diameter of the hole times yung thickness. Ano ba yung thickness ng plate na to? So, that is 12. Okay, so 29 times 12. So yun na yun, area ng net natin dyan. So that is 2664. 2664. Okay, pero again, no, wag mong gagamitin yan as your answer kasi that is not true. Hindi talaga mangyayari yan, guys. Kasi may naiwan na bolt dito. Case number 2, itong case na to, guys. Ito, pag ganyan. Okay? Possible mangyari yan kasi pag tinanggal mo yung kabila, walang maiiwan na bolt. Okay, so case number 2. So sa case na to, class, may staggered connection. So we'll be using this formula. Okay, staggered connection yan. So, area ng gross. Okay, area ng gross minus the diameter. Summation lang natin kung ilan yung dadaanan na bolt. Tapos, sa summation lang natin kung ilan yung staggered connection. Okay? So, area ng gross muna is 3360 minus. Okay, kung ilan yung hole na tinamaan. Sa pagdaan na to, so meron 3 hole na tinamaan. Okay, so 3 times the diameter of the hole times the thickness of the plate. Okay, and then plus S, ano, okay, kung compare natin to, dalawang staggered yan, class. Okay, dalawang staggered. Pero ano ba yung dimension ng mga staggered natin? Di ba, staggered connection is S squared over 4G. Ano nga ulit yung S? So, if we're going to, ito muna yung unang staggered natin. So, ano yung S dyan? Okay, is it 100 or 80? Ano yung S natin dyan? Yes, very good. 100 yung S at yung G ay 80. Kapag in-observe naman natin tong staggered na to, yung S dyan, 100 pa rin. No? Yung G, 80. So, parehas lang sila na magiging dimension ng S squared over 4G. Kaya, i-times 2 na lang natin. So, may mga cases naman kasi magkaiba yung S squared nila. Yung S nila tsaka G. Pero sa case na to, parehas lang yung S tsaka G. I-times 2 na lang natin. Yung S squared over 4G. May times thickness pa to, ha. Times the thickness. So, ang tawag pala natin dito, class, pagka pinag-add lang, pag tinanggal natin yung thickness, kasi ito, di ba, yung area ng cross, may thickness yan. Okay. Ito, may thickness, may thickness. Pag finactor out natin yung thickness, ang tawag doon, ano ba, ilabas mo dito yung thickness, ilabas mo yung thickness, ilabas mo yung thickness. Finactor out mo lahat. Ang tawag naman natin doon, class, is critical width. Hindi siya area, no? Kasi finactor out mo yung thickness. Critical width. Yan. Wala siyang thickness, ha? Tatanggalin mo lang. Critical width. Critical area, may thickness. Or net area. So let's calculate effective net area as, sorry, net area pa lang, net area, 360 minus plus 2 times. So answer is, net area, 3,066. So possible din to, class, mangyari. Ito, possible din to mangyari. Ganyan. Yun. Okay. Possible din yan. So, case number 3. Ganun. Diba, possible tayo. Kasi pagka tinanggal mo to, wala na tirang bolt. Naiwan dun sa gasket. Nasa gasket plate na to nakakonect. It's possible to mangyari. Possible din to. Ayan. Possible din to mangyari, class. Pero itong failure na to, equal lang din sa ganitong failure. Equal lang yan. Bakit sila naging equal? Kasi same lang naman yung dimension sa taas tsaka baba. Ayan, 60 lang din to. 60. Okay. Let's compute the net area by using this case number 3. Okay, area gross. 3,360 minus. Ilan ba yung dinaanan lang na volt? Okay. Dalawa lang. So, 2 times 29 times 12. May staggered dito. Isa lang. Isa lang yung staggered natin. Ito lang. Diba? So, plus, lagi staggered Isa lang yun. S squared over 4G. Ano, ito yung G natin. So, times 12. So, what's the area net? Answer. No? 3,039. Okay, so what is the critical area? So, yun lang naman yung failure na possible na mangyari. Again, equal lang naman to dito. At saka yun ito, equal lang sila. So, ito hindi na possible to, no? Kung may consider yan. Hindi mangyayari yan, class. So, what is the critical area dito, class? So, ang critical area dito, class, is this one. Yung pinaka-least. Okay, ibig sabihin dyan siya unang mag-fail. Least area. Okay. So, yan kasi sabi ni Code kapag least area kasi yung class, liliit yung capacity mo. And we don't want to assume na malakas yung capacity ng isang section. Gusto natin na yung nakukompute natin is mababa para for safety. Kasi baka mamaya lagyan mo yan ng demand na sobrang taas. Yun say demand, that is the actual force experienced by a member. And the capacity is yung kakayanan. Okay, yung kakayanan na mag-resist ng force. That is the area ng net. Pero anyway, mamaya mag-solve tayo ng gano'n, no? Next problem, angle bore. We have your angle bore. Determine the net area through the holes of C375 by 60 section. Shown in the figure. Pinagay ko na pala sa properties. Shown in the figure. The holes are 24 mm in diameter. Sa FA nyo pala, guys, papublish ko na siya. Sa FA nyo, minsan magbibigay lang ako ng ganito. Tapos you have to identify the section properties. So, saan kayo titingin? Ito, magbibigay ako ng section properties, the database. So, ito yung database na bibigay ko sa inyo. Okay. So, how do you use this? For example, hindi given yung ano ba to? C channel to, no? 360 by 60. 360 by 60. So, C. So, hanapin mo lang dito C. C. Ito. So, trace. Ito kasi, English designation. Ito, AISC manual label or naka-SI designation to. So, 360, ano nga yung label natin to? 360 by 60. Ibig sabihin ng 360 doon, class, is the total depth. Ito, this one. 360 by 60. So, yun. HP na pala ito. Ano yung 360? 380 ata yun. 380 by 60. Kasi 381. Oh, tama. 380. It should be 380. Hindi ako sulat. Okay. 380 by 60. Ang area gross niya, ito A-class, is the area gross. W refers to the weight. Kilogram. Kilogram siya. Okay. Kilogram per length. Oh, may 6 meters ka. Times mo doon. Okay. 60 kilogram times 6 meters. Okay. So, ito yung area. Ito yung effective. Ito yung total depth. The C channel. Say total depth. Ito. Mula sa top hanggang bottom. Okay. Area gross 7. Saan na yun? Ayan. 7610. Okay. Depth is 381. Mahalaga dito, class, yung base flange D tsaka thickness ng flange. Thickness ng web. Kasi we are required to solve the area ng net. So, kailangan alam mo yan. Especially pag may butas. Diba, ito. So, tawag natin dito class is web. Ito flange. Okay. Web and flange. So, alam mo yung thickness ng web. Alam mo yung thickness ng flange. Okay. So, kaya yun yung hahanapin mo. Especially pag may mga butas sila. Hanapin mo yung mga thickness nun. So, kailangan natin yan, di ba? Sa pag-calculate ng area ng hole, diameter of the hole times the thickness of that plate. Ano ba thickness niya? Flange, na tawag natin dito. Web naman ito. So, nandito rin yan. Thickness ng flange. Ito yun. T. So, ano yun? So, 360 by. Ayan, thickness ng flange. Tsaka thickness ng web. Okay, thickness ng flange. Tsaka thickness ng web. Okay. Sa exam naman, sa quiz natin, ganito sa quiz. So, bibigay ko na yung properties. So, you don't have to bring yung manual. Okay. Pero pagka, formative assessment sa Canvas, so, properties lang, ito lang bibigay ko sa inyo, kayo maghanap ng mga properties niya. Okay. So, para magamit niyo yung manual niyo. Meron na kayo dyang ASC manual. Okay, so ito yung properties natin, Iba-iba. 300, 80 by 60. Okay. So, how do we solve this? Kailangan ibuka mo siya. Especially may mga butas dito. Bubuka mo siya kasi magkakakos yan ng, no? Ng rupture dyan sa part na yun. So, bubuka natin siya. Anyway, ang diameter ng the holes are 26 mm diameter. Given na yung diameter ng hole, so you don't have to add pa kung ano man yan. So, yan na mismo. Okay, hindi siya nominal hole diameter, diameter na siya ng hole. Yun na siya mismo. Okay. So, ito yung class yung 80 mm. Ito yung dimension. Given yung dimension na to, ha? Ito. Dito, dimension na to. Yung measurement ng butas na to, papunta sa top flange. Yung butas na to, papunta sa bottom flange. And then, the distance between these two is 80 mm center to center. We measure that, the whole distance. Center to center of the hole. Okay. So, ito yan, yung portion nito. Kung mapapansin nyo, may 50 mm tayo. Ang distance nung hole na to, centroid niya, papunta doon sa web natin, sa dulo ng web. Papunta dito. 50 mm yun. So, paano mo siya ibubuka? Okay. Kung mapapansin nyo, class, ito. Pag binuka mo siya dito sa loob, maliit lang yung distance. No? Pag binuka mo sa labas, malaki distance. So, paano yun, sir? Okay, paano natin siya? Ang gagawin kasi natin dito, parang ipapatong natin siya doon sa taas. So, ano na lang yung height nito? Pagka inangat natin to, ito, parang ibubuka na natin siya. Ayan. Okay, ano na lang yung height distance nito? Punta dito. Sa baba. Okay. So, ang measurement natin, class, ay ganito, di ba? Yung 50 kasi, yung 50, papunta dun sa dulo. Pero kailangan mong ma-measure papunta lang dito kasi yun yung magiging reference natin. Yung mas maliit. Yung sa loob. Yung sa loob. Pag nagbubuka ka, class, yung sa top portion, yung measurement mo, pag binuka mo siya, yung nasa loob lang na part. I hope nakuha niyo yun. Ay, yung 50, ito, 50 to, 50. Babawasan mo siya ng ano to, ibabawas mo dito. Thickness din na to. Kaninong thickness to? So, yung 50, babawasan mo ng kaninong thickness to, guys? Ni web o ni flange? Flange ba to? Flange. Ano po ang tawag nga natin ulit dito? Yung mga nakatayo na part of the, tawag doon ay, web. No? web. Okay? So, babawasan natin ang thickness ng web. Kaya, iyon ang nangyari doon. Si 50, bawasan ng thickness ng web. So, kaya naman, ang naging dimension nito, kasi ito yun ito rin yun. Pinuka mo siya. So, from 50 minus thickness ng web, so 50 minus 13.2. So, that is 36.8. 36.8 to 36.8. So, that's why, ayan na, flat na siya. Okay. Then, pag nag-fail to, walang ibang way na ganito lang talaga ang failure nito. Kasi you don't have to check, sir, possible ba to? Ay, hindi. Sir, possible ba to mangyari? Kasi dito labas na. Hindi yan possible kasi mas malapit to eh. Compare mo naman tong dalawang bolt na to, ang layo nila sa isa't isa. So, ang mangyayari talaga dyan, guys, dito siya. Lalapit talaga dito yun. Tapos, pag ganun, dito dadaan dito. Okay. So, isa lang yung possible case ng failure nito. Pag ganyan lang. So, we have to check that. So, we need the staggered formula. Yan. So, minus diameter ng hole times the thickness plus S squared over 4G. Meron pang isang medyo crucial dito, class. Tandaan mo, pag nag-compute tayo ng S squared over 4G, may thickness tayo multiply. Pag nag-compute tayo ng diameter ng hole, may thickness tayo multiply. Okay. Pero, magkakaiba-iba yung thickness nito. Yung thickness nito, nasa flange siya. Flange. So, iba yung thickness ng flange. Yung thickness nito, ito yun. Nasa web siya. Iba yung thickness ng web. Diba? So, to get the area of the net, area of gross, 7.6 minus, okay. Paghiwalay natin yung magkakaparehas yung thickness. Doon sa hole, paghiwalay natin yung magkakaparehas yung thickness. Okay. So, 2 times dalawang hole na to. Pares naman yung diameter niyan. Kaiba yung thickness. So, unahin muna natin yung sa web. Ito po na pala. Dalawang web. Dalawang butas sa web. Dadaan siya dyan eh. Ito pa. Minus 2 times diameter ng hole times the thickness of the flange. Huwag mo siyang i-4 times. Diameter ng hole times thickness. Anong gagamitin mo thickness? Magkaiba nga yung mga thickness nila. Okay? So, may ba tayo doon? Plus S squared over 4G. Ito yung staggered yun Tatlo. Okay. Pero itong dalawang staggered na to, equal sila. Pag ano yung force dito Ito. Okay. So ito, i-times 2 na lang natin. Ito, parehas naman kasi yan ng S eh. So ano nga yung S dito? Ito yung S parallel to the force. So anong S nila is 80. Ano naman yung G dito? Okay. Ang G dyan, pagsamahin yung 80 plus 36.8. Tapos meron pa dito, no? So, dalawa yan. However, kapag ito kinuha natin, yung S squared over 4G niya, magkakaproblema tayo sa thickness. Kasi iba yung thickness na itong portion na to. Iba yung thickness na ito, diba? Kasi dumaan siya ng web tsaka flange. So, how do we get its thickness? Now, to simplify the solution, instead na pag-iwalayin mo yung S squared over 4G nila, to simplify, kasi mahirapan ka pa kunin yung portion na to. So, we just get the average of their thickness. Kapag dumaan ka sa magkaibang thickness, just get the average. Okay, getting the average of their thickness, ito. Okay, so we have 16.5 na thickness ng flange dito, then 13.2 na thickness of the web. Over 2. So, 16.5 plus 13.2 over 2. That is 14.85. Ito na yung gagamitin nating thickness para sa S squared over 4G natin. Para dito sa dalawang to. Pero dito class, walang problema. Isa lang naman yung thickness na dinaanan ng line na to. Okay. Ano yung thickness ng S squared over 4G na to class? Anong gagamitin natin thickness? Para dito. Web. Very good. Thickness ng web. 13 point. Yeah. Okay. Substitute natin class. Again, this is 14.85. O, doon muna na, unahin muna natin to. Again, yung S nila class is parallel to the tension force 80 over 4G, pinagsama na 80 tsaka 36.8. Dalawa yun. Dalawa. Plus, isa lang na to. S neto 80 pa rin, pero ano yung G niya? Ito yung distance. Dalawang volt na to. 221. Okay. Ang T pala natin is T1. Dito naman, S squared over 4G. 21 na ang G. Pag isa lang yan. Okay, then the thickness is the thickness of web, 13 point. Substitute natin. Ayan siya. Okay, so let's compute. The area ng growth, 7620, 7610. 2 times 26 to 30. Yan, 6568.01. Store ko na lang to. 015. 3 decimal pala dapat tayo. 015. That is net area. So how do we solve the effective net area? Yung AE. Okay, kasi yun yung pagkuha ng ano yun, no? AE, paano natin solve yan? Okay. So we need to understand the shear lag factor. Actually, as per section 504.3.3 to calculate the A sub n, yung area ng net kanina na sinasolve natin from problem 1 and 2, shall be multiplied to U. U is the shear lag factor. Okay. Shear lag factor determined by section table 504.3.1. Ito yung table din, class. Okay. Ayan. Ayan yung table natin dyan. So what is shear lag factor? So as you can see, let's say may angle tayo dito. Ito yung angle natin. Now, kung dito ka lang nakakonect, welded pa siya. Wow, bolt lang siya. Kung kahatakin mo to, guys, ang tendency, mas nai-stress. Kung i-observe natin ito yung angle bar natin. Ito lang yung nakakonect. Diba, naka-bolt naman to. Mas nai-stress yung portion sa baba. Kasi yun yung pinaka-directly na nakakonect eh. Yung sa portion sa taas, mas less yung stress niya. Kung titingnan yung stress distribution nito, no? Mas maliit to compare dito. Okay. So, the stress distribution is not uniform. So, it will be difficult for us to calculate the tension force, no? Kasi stress is not uniform. So, now to simplify that, mas nagkaroon ng shear lag factor. So, that shear lag factor is a multiplier to A sub n para lumiit siya, para kino-consider mo na yung net area mo ay mas maliit. No? Dahil hindi nakakonect lahat ng elements natin. When member is connected through some of its component only, shear lag occurs. Okay. Shear lag is when tensile stress ay directed and concentrated only on the component that which is connected. Kung ano lang yung component na nakakonect, halimbawa yung angle bar, doon lang siya sa baba nakakonect, mas stress yung bottom portion. So now to distribute the stresses, so shear lag factor is used, or you decrease you assume that the area of net is smaller than the actual. No? So shear lag factor is a small value, less than 1. The maximum value is 1. Okay, maximum value of U is 1. Hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng U na 1 point something, 1.2. 1 na yung pinakamataas. Kasi pinapaliit mo nga yung A sub n para maging effective area. So ano yung mga shear lag factor? 1 na yung pinakamataas. Kailan nagiging 1? Basahin natin. All tension members is transmitted directly to each of the cross-sectional elements. Okay, ibig sabihin, lahat ng member, lahat ng element. Sinabing element class, Halimbawa, ito. Angle bar. Ang angle bar ay may tatlong element. Isa, dalawa, tatlo. Tatlong element yan. Kung yung tatlong element na yan ay nakakonect, ibig sabihin, 1.0 na agad yung shear lag factor mo. Okay. Halimbawa, okay, C-channel pala yun, not angle bar. Halimbawa, may angle bar tayo. Dito lang ang nakakonect. Dalawang element ang meron tayo. Isa, dalawa. Tapos meron kang plate dito. Sa baba lang siya nakakonect. Hindi siya nakakonect doon sa isa pa niyang flange. Pag one member lang yung nakakonect, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na yung shear lag factor ay 1.0. Unless i-connect mo lang din, i-connect mo rin yan, meron ka pa ditong portion. Okay, dalawa. Basta all member are connected. May naka-bolt siya doon sa isa sa mga sa ibang tension members. Lahat ng element are connected. 1.0. What if hindi nakakonect yung ibang members? This is applicable. Case number 2 is applicable doon sa not all member. All tension members except HSS where hindi siya applicable sa HSS. HSS is hollow steel section. Okay. Sa lahat ng tension members, kahit ano pa yan, mapa-angle, mapa-wide flange, mapa-C, mapa-angle, meron din tayong special na section. Okay. Basta hindi siya HSS hollow steel. Ang mga hollow steel, pwede siyang bilog, pwedeng rectangular, or tubular. Okay. So, where the tension load is transmitted to some but not all cross-sectional elements by fasteners. Some lang, bilang lang yung nakakonect. Halimbawa, dito, napapansin nyo to guys. Papansin nyo to, itong portion lang na to, yung angle bar nga na to, yung baba lang na portion nakakonect. Some elements are connected. So you'll be using this 1 minus x bar over L. So what is x bar? X bar is the eccentricity of connection. So kailangan mo makuha yung centroid nito, class. Angle bar na yan. Yung centroid niyan, so measure. Ano mo siya may measure? Walang problema yan, class, kasi meron naman yan x bar is the eccentricity of the connection. Meron naman yan si database. So may explain ko yun. Okay. X bar. And then dito naman pala yun. Okay. X bar is the eccentricity of the connection in millimeters. So what is L? L is the length of the ito pala. Length of the connection. Okay. W is the width of the plate. Case number 2. Ngayon, si case number 2, meron lagi siyang partner na case number 8. Okay, ito yun. Okay. Kasi, kapag ka sinolve mo daw, for single angles, no, and double angles, for single angles, no, pag sinabing double angle, guys, sinabing double angle, so, yung magkabaliktaran siya. Yan, double angles. Sama dito, may plate dito. Siya nakakonect. Okay. Tingnan natin yung top view niya. Ayan siya. Tapos, dito yung mga board. Double angles yun. Now, kapag sinolve mo siya ng case 2, gagawin mo lang yun kapag some elements are connected. Ito. Diba? Yan lang yung nakakonect. Not all. Pag sinolve mo siya ng case number 2, okay, solve mo rin siya ng case number 8. Pero mamimili ka lang naman dito. It's either 0.8 or 0.6. So, when do we use 0.8? With 4 or more fasteners. Sinabi fastener bolts. 4 or more, Ilan ba yung ano natin? In the line of the direction of the loading. So dito, ang bilang mo lang dito class, 3 lang. Hindi 6. Okay? Kasi, kada line of direction, halimbawa may ganyan kang bolt. Natin siya, tapos ito yung force. Okay. Ito yung line of direction of the force. Ang bilang mo dyan class ay hindi siyam, 3 lang. 1, 2, 3. Kasi, in the line of the direction of the force, bilang ka lang dito. 3 lang yan ang bilang mo dyan. Okay. So, ang shear lug factor mo dun, okay, ay with 3 fasteners. With 3 fasteners, 0.6. 3 fasteners. Okay. Pagka with 4 or more fasteners, 0.8. Let's try to solve this problem. Ayan. Apply natin yung kaninang pinag-aralan nating cases. Yung bago natin i-discuss yung iba pang case. Okay. Since sa bolts lang naman tayo nakafocus. Yung iba kasi class, sa weld na to eh. Ayan o. Transmission by welds. Welds na to class. Ayan. Welds na rin to. Number 4. More on welds na yung iba. Okay, ito HS. Hollow steel sections. Medyo komplikado na siya. So, sa mga latter part na lang natin to-discuss. Okay, ito mga special sections. So, siguro mag-focus lang muna tayo na para maging hindi ganun kabigat yung steel design. Okay, so focus muna tayo dun sa mga bolt connections muna. Okay. So, but this is also applicable, no? Case number 2 is also applicable for welding connection. Ito, welds. Fasteners all welds. Pero yung iba puro welding na. Okay, so ang gamit talaga dito case number 2. Tsaka case number 1, syempre. Okay, game. Solve natin to class. A36. A36 pa lang. Nalagay yung properties. Okay, so given the dimension, okay, determine the effective net area. So, effective net area na class ang kailangan natin. Effective net area. But before we proceed to the effective net area, so we have to measure first, kasi meron tayo dito class, na one element, kasi kailangan natin ng shear lug factor dito class. Effective net area is equal to shear lug factor times area ng net. Now, meron tayo dito class, one element are connected only. Papasok agad to sa case number 2. Kasi only one all element are connected. So therefore, you have to identify this, the centroid of the eccentricity. Okay? The centroid of the eccentricity. So, paano natin malalaman tong centroid of eccentricity? You just have to visit yung check the database natin. So, from the database, check L66 by 1/2. Angle bar. M refers to special shape ng C-channel. L66 1/2. So, ito yung class. L66 1/2. So, sa X, hanapin natin yung X and Y niya. Ito class. X and Y. Yan. At para ano yung X tsaka ano Y? Bakit dinidiscuss ko pa yung Y? Okay. Papansin niyo, parehas yung X and Y niya. At ito na pala yung value ng X natin, 42.4. Diba nilagay ko? 42.4 lang pala dapat. $42.4. Yan. So, may kailangan natin. Yan, lagyan na natin doon sa figure natin. Yan, 42.4. Yung X siya doon sa ano ha, sa may database. Meron kasi tayong different angle bar. Meron tayong equal, equal side. Merong unequal. Okay. Ano ba ito unequal? Mahaba ito. Tawag natin pa rin dito. Ito yung nakakonect ha. Siya yung nakakonect dito sa isang pang member. Yung mahaba ang member. Paano malalaman na unequal yung side ng angle bar? Tumingin ka sa database. Ito kasi 6 equal bar yan. Pero pag tinignan mo ito, class, tingnan nyo to. 6-4. Okay, 6-4. Ibig sabihin, mas mahaba yung isa. Pag tinignan natin yung ano niyan, yan, 6-4. Okay, tingnan yung class. Pag tinignan mo yung ano, yung XY niya, magkaiba ng value. Tingnan mo yung XY. Diba? Magkaiba ng value. Yung location of the centroid of the eccentricity, yan ah. Yung sa X, mas maliit. And then sa Y, mas malaki. Paano ba minimeasure yun? Yung X and Y. Balik tayo doon sa figure. Ito. Mas mahaba. Bawa ito, mas mahaba. Kung nasaan yung mas mahaba class, papunta doon yung X. Ito yung centroid. Eccentricity to. Ito yung centroid of connection. Ito naman yung Y. Okay, yung Y. Or yung Y is parallel doon sa longer part. Kaya nga mas mataas yung ano eh. Mas mataas yung value nung Y dito kesa sa X. Lagi bang X ang ginagamit? Ano? Lagi bang X ang ginagamit doon sa formula ng case 2, yung eto, no? Lagi bang X bar ang ginagamit dyan, class? No. Depende kung ano yung nakakonect. Okay. Pero mostly kasi ang i-connect mo lagi mas mahabang member. Okay. That's the ano, no, rule. Pero pag binaliktad yan, halimbawa, ganito ang nangyari. Yan. Ganyan ang connection. Ito yung naka-bolt. Okay. X bar pa rin ba ito? Ano? X bar pa rin ba yan, class? X pa rin ba yung titingnan mo dun sa database? Okay. Ang hahanapin mo na niya class sa database ay yung Y na. Okay? Nakuha ka? May question ba doon? Yung Y na yung kukunin niyo doon, class. So, yun. So, far naman pantay ito. So, parehas lang yung X bar tsaka yung Y bar nito. For the meantime, 42.42 muna na. 42.42 nalagay ko sa computation. Okay. 42.42 ang gamitin ko muna. Then, baguhin ko na lang for the sake of discussion muna today. Baguhin ko na lang pag binigay ko sa inyo yung presentation. Kasi may ginagamit din ako isa pang database class. Yung asset. Medyo may naka 2 decimal place kasi ito eh. Yung asset. Ito. Naka 2 decimal. Sabi ko, parehas na lang kami ni Sir Baldo nang gagamitin. Naka-ano kasi siya eh, yung database niya. Yes. Ito gamit ko sa asset sa Pinas. Ito yung database. Naka 2 decimal dito eh. So, yun nagamit ko dito sa PowerPoint ko. No, yung ano pa, asset. So anyways, we have 16 millimeter diameter ng bolts. So, kumpitin natin class yung effective net area, the LRFD. So we are now going to calculate the tension force, no, the capacity, and the allowable strength. So since we have the diameter of the bolt, the 16 mm, okay, so we add, okay, sige nga class, kung nakakasunod pa, ano yung magiging diameter ng hole natin? Diameter na ng hole ha? Diameter ng hole. Given 16 millimeter diameter of the bolt. So 20. Yan. Isa lang naman yung failure neto, guys. Failure neto, pag ganyan lang. Sir, bubukahin pa ba namin to? Hindi mo na kailangan ibuka yan kasi ano, wala namang butas dun sa kabilang portion eh. Okay. So to get the net area mo na class, hindi pa to effective ha. Ang effective, you multiply the AN sa U. Okay. So area ng gross. Given naman yung area ng gross. So minus, dalawang hole lang dinaanan. Ang thickness niyan is 12.7. Sir, saan yung thickness? Di mo naman given eh. Okay, nandun yan sa database. 6 by 6 by 1 half. Ang thickness niyan, class. Dito. Okay, thickness. Saan na yun? Ito. Thickness. 12.7 mm. Okay. So, times 12.7. So, yan na yung area ng net. Ilan yung class? Okay, 3, 2, 1, 2. 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, kumpitin na natin effective net area. To compute the effective net area, we have to identify the shear lag factor. So, papasok to sa case number 2. Okay, bakit? Ano ba yung case number 1? Dapat, kung case number 1 yan, dapat nakakonect din yung, dapat may bolts din dito sa flange na to. Eh wala, ito lang naman yung isang element lang yung nakakonect. Sa angle bar, may dalawang element. 1, 2. Isang element lang ang nakakonect. So, case number 2 agad yung class. Okay. For case number 2, kapag one element lang yung nakakonect, 1 minus x bar over n. X bar is the eccentricity of the connection. Okay, if not given, check the database. L is the length of the connection. Ano yun, class? One line parallel to, select one line parallel to the force applied. So, this is the line parallel to this force. So, ito yun. Kunin mo lang yung length nila. Measure to the center of the bolts. So, total length yun, class, is 150. Okay, kaya 1 minus 42.42 over 150. So, makuha mo na, class, yung 1 minus 4. So, answer dyan is 0.7172. Next, case number 8. Kasi pag nag-solve ka ng case number 2, class, automatic, check mo yung case number 8. Okay? So, shear lag factor niyan, 0.6. Bakit? Kasi mamimili ka lang naman dun kung ilan ba yung fastener per line. 3. Ilan ba yung case dun? Dalawa yung case dun, di ba? It's either 3 or 4. Okay? Saan na yun? Okay. Kapag ka 3 fasteners per line, 0.6. Pagka 4 fasteners or more, 0.8. Sir, paano pag 2 fastener? Paano pag 1 fastener? Do we have to solve case number 8? Do we have to check case number 8? Hindi na. Hindi mo na siya check, guys. No, kasi again, para lang to sa 4 or more, tsaka 3 fasteners per line. So, ayun. 0.8. So, what will be the governing case? Binanggit na naman din naman dito, class. What will be the governing case? The larger value is permitted to be used. Kung sino mas malaki sa case number 2, tsaka case number 8, larger value will be used. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung gagamitin. 0.7172. Okay, so therefore, the net area, effective net area, is U times A sub N. Okay, U. Net area natin kanina, 3212.7. Okay, so answer, effective net area is 2303.6464. That's it, no? Answer. Okay. Question? Hindi, ano pa lang to, effective net area? Tinanong din dito, class, what is the LRFD? Ito na yung sinasabi kanina ni Code, yung introduction natin. The tension members, no, the capacity of the tension members. So how do we solve this? Okay. So first is, kasi meron tayong two types of failure, the yielding and the rupture. So doon muna tayo sa yielding. So yielding on gross area. Hindi mo pa naman kailangan ng area ng net dito kasi as per code to calculate the yielding on net area. Okay. Okay. Gross pala, sorry. Yielding on gross area. Okay, so Fy times area ng gross. So given naman yung Fy, 248 megapascal. So Fy times area ng gross. That is the nominal tensile capacity. Nominal pa lang to, guys. In newtons, 922,560. So, paano natin compute si LRFD tsaka ESD? So, magkaibang ano yun, class, no? Design methodology. So, for LRFD, we just multiply it by the reduction factor, 0.9. As mentioned earlier, no? Sa NSCP provision, section 504.3.3. No? So, multiply lang natin to ng 0.9. So, answer is 830.304 kilonewtons. For ASD naman, class, for ASD equivalent, the nominal capacity must be divided by the safety factor. I-divide mo. Safety factor natin for yielding is 1.67. Divided by 1.67. So, answer is 552.431 kilonewtons. Oh, that is not yet the final answer to get the LRFD design strength and the ASD allowable strength. Kasi we have to check also the fracture on net. So fracture on net, the formula is FUAE. Tandaan na, AE. Yung AE na ginamit natin kanina. Okay? Sinolve natin kanina. So FU, 400 megapascal times the value of AE, 400 times 2. So answer is, in newtons mo na, no? 921,548.458.56 newtons. Now, to calculate the LRFD capacity, okay, and AST, for LRFD, you multiply the nominal strength in terms of pagka-fracture ang usapan, you multiply it by 0.75. Tandaan nyo na, class, yung value na 0.75. Pag fracture, 0.75 lagi yun sa LRFD. Okay, kasi marami pa tayong fracture na pag-uusapan. Hindi lang naman dito sa tension members. Pagka napupunit, 0.75 agad yung multiplier mo. So, multiply by 0.75, sa answer, 6.09. And then for ASD, divide it by safety factor, 2 ang divisor natin dyan. So, 460.729 kilonewtons. So, ang question kasi dito, determine the LRFD capacity or the strength and the ASD allowable strength. So, how do we select? So, ito kasi LRFD, this is the capacity. So, ngayon, hindi naman pwedeng maraming capacity yung section mo. Dapat you're just going to, pag tinanong ka ni client, gaano ba kalakas yung material na yan? Hanggang gaano kalaki yung force na kaya niyang i-resist? Okay? So, you just have to select among these two for LRFD. So, which among them? Of course, huwag mong sabihin na 830. Kasi pag in-applyan niya ng 830, sira yan doon sa fracture. Pipiliin mo lang dito, class, yung smaller value. Okay, yan din yung sinasabi ni Code. Balikan natin yung provision kanina. Yan, no? Okay, so, shall be the lower value obtained according to the limit state. So, dapat mas mababa yung kukunin mo doon sa dalawa na yun. Okay, this is the final answer for the LRFD design strength. And for the final answer for the allowable strength, ASD, 460. Mali ito compare dito. Isa lang dapat ang nakabox sa LRFD tsaka ASD. May mamalian ko sa answer niyo, guys. O, 836 angle with staggered fasteners on each leg. On each leg. The nominal hole diameter is 23 mm and the gross area is 487.088 square millimeters. Determine the effective net area. Determine the LRFD and the ASD allowable strength of the tension member in kilonewtons. Okay, so dahil kukuha tayo ng net area, class, kailangan natin ibuka to. Naka-staggered to Like kung i-observe natin, class, yung bolt dito. So, para hindi kayo mahirapan, unahin muna natin to, class. Sa babang portion. I-drawing muna natin siya. Then, this line, represent this one. Yung top portion of the flange. Pinakataas ng flange. This one. Unahin natin to i-drawing. So, lagyan natin ng measurement. Then, may bolt ka makita doon from 50 mm. May bolt ka ulit makita, 40 mm. 40 mm. Then, may bolt ulit doon, 40 mm. May bolt ulit dito. And then dito. Yan. Tapos, pag ganyan naman, saan ba yun? 40. Tama, 4 na 40 yun. 1, 2, 3, 4. May bolt din dito. May bolt ka pa makikita dyan. Tapos, from this top flange, 75 to. Okay. Mas mahaba tong portion na to, class, no? Kesa dito. So, pagkaiba sila ng thickness. Width, rather. Iba ng width. Okay, so this is 75. And this is 75 also. Ayan, 75 and 75. Ngayon, ibubuka na natin siya. Pag binuka natin yan, class, 60 yan measurement dito. Pero pagka binuka natin siya dyan, hindi na 60 to kasi di pa binabawasan nga natin. Hanggang dito lang dapat yung measurement. Sa loob. Sa loob lang yung measurement pag binuka mo siya. Okay, so what will be the width of neto? So 60 minus, bawasan mo yung thickness. Okay? So, ano ba thickness netong Ayan, 861/2. Okay. Ano ba ginamit yung thickness dito? 861/2. So, 861/2. 861/2 is 12.7. 1/2 pala, 12.7, no? So, pero ano kasi class to? Ang 12.7, ang 1/2, definition yan class. Kung nagbabasa tayo nito, naka-inches to ha. 8 is the longer side, ito yung shorter side. And this one is the thickness. 1/2 is the thickness. So if you're going to convert 1/2 inch, 1/2 doon sa millimeter, 25.4 mo siya i-multiply. Sige nga, multiply natin yan. 0.5 times 25. Lalabas dyan, 12 point, ilan? 12.7 din naman, di ba? mm. Tama. Okay, so 47.3 na lang to. 47.3. Again, galing siya sa 60. 60 minus 12.7. 47.3. Okay. Again, this one refers to the thickness. Ha? Okay, next. Ito naman 60. Ito, 60 pa rin yan, class. 60 pa rin yan. Then, pwede mo rin isulat to 32.4 hanggang labas. So far, parehas ng thickness yung dalawang element na to. So, pag nag-stagger tayo dyan, class, pag dinawing na natin yung mga butas, dito na tayo, class. 1, 2, 3. Meron dito 1, 2. Dito naman sa pantay naman, sa taas. Okay, yung malapit dito, dalawa yan. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then dito 1, 2, 3. Ayan na, nakabuka na siya. Para na siyang plate. Madadalian na tayo mag-compute nito, class. Especially this is staggered connection. Okay, at alam na agad natin yung magiging failure. Kung na-observe nyo, class, kahit isa na lang maging solution mo dito, ipakita. Ito ang magiging failure lang yan. Pag ganyan lang, class. Wala nang ibang failure to na mangyayari. So, impossible kasi ito class mangyayari. Dahil ang layo nito eh. Okay. So, if you're going to check this distance, that is 75 plus, meron pa to eh. Ito yun 32.2. So, that is 100. Almost 100 ito. Pero dito, ang lapit lang nito eh. Imagine mo 40 lang to. Ito 75. So, mas mauuna siyang mapunta dito versus dito. So, kahit di mo na i-check yung class, yung ganitong failure, huwag mo na i-check to. Itong solution, itong portion na to. Huwag mo na yan i-check. Late lang. Malaki yung magiging yan, area ng net. Dito ka na lang agad mag-jump class. Ganitong failure. Okay? So, ito na i-analyze natin. Okay? Diameter, nominal diameter is 23. Ayan, nominal hole diameter is 23. So, we have to add plus 2 pa para maging diameter ng hole, 25. Okay. So, kunin muna natin class yung net area before we proceed to the effective net area. So, the net area class is a staggered connection. Okay. Area ng gross minus. Okay. Staggered connection to class. Area ng gross minus the summation ng diameter ng hole plus the summation ng S squared over 4G. 4G times T. Yan. Diameter ng hole. So, 4 na hole yung dinaanan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 holes. Okay. Ay, hindi ko pa pala naging thickness. Ito na yung thickness ito. 1/2. Okay. So, pwede mo na lang gawin tong 12.7. Okay. 4 times the diameter ng hole times the thickness. 12.7 lang to class Kasi 1/2 times 24, 5.4. I just convert the inches to 2 millimeters. And then plus natin yung S squared over 4G. Dahil may tatlong S squared over 4G dito, at magkakaiba yan class ng Okay, magkakaiba yan ng S tsaka G. Doon muna tayo sa unang S squared over 4G. Dito. Ang S niyan, okay, 40. Bakit 40? Parallel to the tension force. 40. G niyan is 60. Ang thickness, 12.7. Okay, next. Ito naman. Ang S niyan, ano S? 40 pa rin. Ang G niyan, ito class, yung buong G niyan. 47.3 plus 75 times thickness. Last one. Okay. S squared over 4G. times thickness. 40 ang S. Ang G is 75. Okay, so compute mo na lang to class. Ang area ng net niyan, lalabas dyan. 331. Check nyo na lang guys. Answer. 0.0250. So, area ng net yan, pero ang tanong, effective net area. Paano nga kinukuha, class? Effective net area, we need the shear log factor muna. Kasi effective net area is the shear log factor times the net area. Ano ba yung shear log factor? Ng angle bar with all elements are connected. May bakal, may bolt eh. Therefore, they are connected. Hindi ka naman maglalagay ng bolt kung hindi siya connected eh, no? Sabihin, naka-connection. Alam mo, meron dito, ano. Siguro, ano to. Possible na sa ano siya. Sa I-beam siya. Tapos naglagay ka dito ng channel. Pwede yun. Na angle bar. Connect siya dyan. Connect siya dito. Yan, ganyan siya. All elements are connected. Okay. Anong case nga, class? Yun, kapag ka all elements are connected. Yes, very good, no? Case number 1. So, anong shear log factor nun? Pag case number 1? 1 din. No? Case 1, shear log factor 1. Ibig sabihin, yung AE is equal to area ng net. Yun na yun. Multiply mo lang ng 1 eh. Yun na yun. Sagot natin. Effective net area is 311. Sagot ka na, class. Effective net area. Pwede na natin makuha yung LRFD tsaka ASD. So, gamit lang tayo ng formula. Pagka sa LRFD, though may dalawang ano yan, dalawang limit state failure, tension on yield, fracture on net. Unahin muna natin yung yielding on gross. Yielding on gross, ang formula natin para makalculate yung tension force nominal FYAG. Okay, FY natin, pag A36 is 248 megapascal. Area ng gross, ito given yan. Okay, area ng gross. So, Pn in Newton is 1. Then, you have to separate it into LRFD and ASD. So, for LRFD, you multiply it by what? 0.9. Okay. So, kuha na to, class. For ASD, you divide this, divide by what? 1.67. So, now, for fracture on net, formula natin for fracture, FUAE. Kaya natin sinunod yung AE kanina. FUAE. So, FU is 400, AE is 331. So, that is 1324.410. That is the nominal, okay, strength sa fracture. Okay, then we can divide this into LRFD and ASD. For LRFD, you multiply the nominal by 0.75. And the answer in kilonewton is 993. And then for ASD, you divide this by 2.0662. Okay, so compare lang natin for LRFD, we have to select which of them will govern. Okay. Of course, select yung smaller value. So yung nag-govern yung yielding, no? So bago pala siya mapunit, masisira mo na yung yielding, yung pag sinabi kasing yielding, halimbawa ito yung simplihan na lang natin. Pag hinatak mo siya, hindi siya mapupunit dito. Pag doon siya nag-fail, ano mangyayari sa kanya, class? Gaganito siya. Yan. So parang magkakaroon ng necking. Kung nakapag-test na kayo ng bakal, ganun nangyayari. Nagkakaroon ng necking, naminipis siya. Okay? So una mo nang mangyayari to bago mag-fracture dito. So ganun ang nangyayari. Okay? Yielding. Okay. Ganun din naman nata ano dito, nag-govern for AST. Yielding din nag-govern, no? Okay. Yielding on gross kasi mas mababa siya eh. Okay, so that's the final answer. Ay, sige, class dismiss. Thank you guys. Bye.